Okay, we're live. Yay. Hey, everybody. I'm going to put you on my little Osmo. There we go. Osmo, whatever, DJI thing. I never know how to say it. Hold on. Bear with me. Bear with me. I just have to get you, like, hooked on this thing. Ah, there we go. There we go. My little Osmo. Oh, no. Oh, wait. Hold on. Hold on. There we go. There we go. Yay. It, like, shoots it back up, right? Yay. Hey, Ricardo. How's it going? Ricardo, I love you. I wanted to hop on Facebook Live this afternoon because I am show prepping for the podcast, for the Hey Frase podcast tomorrow, and I need your help because I can't decide on some topics. I always have like 1,000,001 topics that I want to discuss on the podcast, so I thought I would hop on today and then see what you guys thought was most interesting for tomorrow. So I'm going to throw out some topics and then you just like comment below if you would want to hear more about that or if you could care less, okay? So here, I'm going to take you through some of my show prep and talk about this. So the first story tomorrow that I was going to talk about with Paul Wharton was adult kindergarten class is coming back. So there's, for stressed out grownups, so there's some companies that actually now are going to be teaching kindergarten class for adults. Do you want to hear more about that story or you don't care? I need a heart or I need like a thumbs down, one or the other. And then the other topic I wanted to talk about was, do you ever go out with some of your girlfriends or some of your friends and they're really unhappy in their relationships and you find that that then impacts you? Do you ever have that experience? Because Paul and I were talking about this, and we feel like we have some friends that are really miserable in their relationships and marriages, and we're like, okay, can we keep hanging out with these people, or are they influencing our decisions? Because I think you probably know me by now, you know, my status just changes like all the time, so I'm like, oh, okay, well, maybe I'm not so happy, I don't know. I've got to figure this out. So I wondered if anybody else ever has that problem. The other topic I wanted to discuss is I'm really fired up about this, and I don't know why, because I don't even really, I don't follow Tomi Lahren. I don't really, I never watch her show. Honestly, I've watched like a couple highlights when she did an interview with Trevor Noah. I don't think that I would really relate to most of the things that she says. But was anybody else surprised that she had her show canceled? I guess I'm really shocked. I mean, so all because she's pro-choice in her abortion theories? I mean, it just seems ridiculous to me. Like, I mean, the woman isn't she conservative enough for everybody on that network? I don't understand. And even, I mean, I can't even believe that I'm kind of defending Milo Yiannopoulos, that crazy guy that's been banned from Twitter from saying all kinds of horrible racist things about Leslie Jones. But I'm sort of like, why was Milo forced to resign? I mean, what do you expect when you tune into these people? Like, you know it's going to be extreme. I don't know. The Tomi Lahren thing, I'm just like so surprised that she lost her show over that, over being not conservative enough. It was bananas. So do you want to hear more about that topic and discussion? Do you want Paul Wharton and I to debate that or no? That's like, maybe it's just me. I'm fascinated that all these conservative people who you know are going to be conservative and crazy are having their shows canceled. Like, why? How do you cancel somebody? I mean, isn't Tomi Lahren on an internet? She even on an actual network? I think she's just on an internet website. How can you get canceled from an internet website? Anyway, so I want to know how you're feeling. And Paul Wharton is texting me as I speak. I think he wants me to change some sort of picture. I don't even know. Oh my God. Paul cracks me up. So it sounds like, Natalie, you want to hear more about Tommy. I always want to call her Tommy, but it's Tomi Lahren. I don't know. I can't believe I'm defending her, but I actually feel like I'm defending her. So I thought that might be good. And then I really feel like I also am going to have to talk about the raccoon that was allegedly traumatized after appearing in an erotic commercial and is now obsessed with breasts. Just because I love that title so freaking much. How does this story is so good. I don't even want to tell you the story. And here's the thing. I'm giving you a little sneak peek into my show prep, so don't go Google these stories. You have to listen to the Hey Frase podcast tomorrow, okay? Don't be bypassing my shit. Tune in. But anyway, I think I'm obsessed with it now. I want to adopt the raccoon that it has now said that he's traumatized and is like attracted to breasts, this thing in Russia, because he starred in a couple of whatever, like erotic movies. Can you train a pet to get attached to and addicted to your breasts? This is like my new favorite thing. I want a bird that just wants to like perch on my breast. This is hysterical. Hey, Ricardo. Hi, Cindy. When did raccoons start speaking? I agree. Well, apparently, Cindy, I'll give you one more little tidbit of this story, that apparently the zoo where the raccoon is housed also can be like held, like you can pay additional money to hold it, but now it just wants to nestle and like attack women's breasts. So they are blaming it on the fact that this raccoon is starred in some erotic movies. So I love this. I just want to know if anyone else has a pet that's just like addicted to breasts. I think it's hysterical. Hi, Paula. Hi, Leanne. My lips look amazing. Oh, good. Do they? Great. How did these lips look? I probably have so much crap in my teeth. I don't want to get too close. All right, so that was another story. The adult kindergarten classes was one. I'm also really feeling the guy who's on the run in LA, the dine and dash hottie, who goes on dates with women and then gets a phone call midway through the day. Oh, hello? Yeah, okay, it's an emergency. I'll be right back. And he goes and takes the call and then leaves the woman with the bill. I feel like there's so many great stories to talk about tomorrow. I also am obsessed with this one because I have to say, sadly, I have movied and dashed. It is true. When I was in college, I went out on a date with a guy and he paid for the movie. I don't think we actually even went to drinks beforehand or anything. And midway through the movie, I said that I had to go to the bathroom and I left. Isn't that terrible? That's like really bad. And that was like before people really texted. So I think I emailed him later or something and just said I was sick. I'm a bitch. That's like a total bitch move. But I've actually movied and dashed. Has anybody else? I don't know. I really like that one. So those were some of the big stories that I wanted to talk about too. And then I had a girlfriend of mine call me this weekend and she wanted to know if a man can ever just be nice to you for being nice and not actually wanting something or sex from you. Which I said yes. I think tons of men and women have like non-sexual attractions to each other all the time, right? I mean, I don't know. I think that that's totally possible. So we have so much to cover on the podcast tomorrow, and I wanted to check in with you guys and see. Hi, Troy. Absolutely. Troy, you think that you can have platonic relationships, men and women? Because my girlfriend does not think that that's possible. So I told her, I'm like, yeah, I think you can befriend this guy, and he doesn't want to just have sex with you. Paula, what do you think? Paula, do you agree with my girlfriend or do you agree with me that you can have non-sexual relationships too? Oh, Delia, hi. How's it going? Totally possible. Okay, Paula, I completely agree with you. Absolutely. So those were some of the other ones. And then I do have to tell you, and I don't even know why, I really realize I have an obsession, like an unhealthy obsession with murder cases. I've realized this. And yesterday I was actually interviewing a U.S. Marshal for this upcoming true crime podcast that I'm working on with Fox. And he was like, oh, you'd be a really good interrogator. And I got so excited. Now I feel like, oh my God, maybe I should give up my podcasting and broadcasting career and become an interrogator. Because I feel like I don't know, I would talk the criminals to death. Like I would talk it out of them. They would give up. Don't you think? I mean, if you had to hear this, wouldn't you just eventually spill it all? I don't know. Anyway, but I'm obsessed with the Aaron Hernandez case. Is anybody else watching, tweeting? Why am I obsessed with Aaron Hernandez? He's already in jail for life. Why do I care? Of course he murdered these other people. But his former drug dealer that he shot in the eye and left for dead and managed to live? I mean, you can't even... When is his story coming to Lifetime? Okay, folks, when? Hi, Deb. Paula, thank you. I'm glad that you have faith that I would be a good interrogator. Emily just joined. Hi, Emily. But I need to get off of Twitter and stop. And I actually last night was on Twitter and following the Aaron Hernandez thing. And I thought, oh my God, how much longer until I can write him jail mail and see if he'll do an interview with me? This is when you know you have a problem. When you start writing murderers, I am going to become that person. Okay. I'm going to be like one of those women that ends up marrying like Eric Menendez or something. or Scott Patterson. Isn't he like already married to someone that like wrote him jail mail? I know. I can't even. Hi, Gemma. Good to see you. Thanks for joining. I was doing a little show prep with you guys this afternoon, just preparing for the podcast tomorrow, talking about what stories we should talk about on the podcast. And I always like to hear like what you want to hear more of. You want to hear more Paul Wharton and me just talking about our personal lives, because y'all know Paul's got good dirt. You know, everything, he always has funny things happening. Gemma, you need to make another appearance on the podcast, because you know how the show prep works. And I always have way too much show prep, just to give you a little look-see over here. Can you see it on my computer? Yeah. And I just have to like keep scrolling and scrolling and scrolling. It's like I have 13 pages of show prep, which is crazy. And I don't know why I can't learn how to use the zoom yet. I still like zoom down on my boobs. Like nobody wants to see that. My lips look amazing. Oh, good. Do they? How do my lips look? Excellent. Do they look bigger? Can you really tell? Nobody wants to see that. So there are some of the stories that I'm working on. Paula says, don't do it. Next thing you know, you'll be falling in love and get married. I know. I feel like, honest to God, I have an unhealthy obsession with murderers. I want to know what happened, and I feel like I can always get to the bottom of the story. And so now I am writing murderers' jail mail and going to visit them and interview them. That'll probably be my next series. And that's like so messed up. Anyway, I need a life. All right, well, tomorrow on the show, we've got some great stuff. So hopefully you are subscribing to Hey Frase on iTunes. You can do that. And then more Facebook videos and YouTube videos to come. So stay tuned, everybody. Have you started listening to My Favorite Murder? Gemma, yes. I've listened to My Favorite Murder, and it is really good. And now that just like makes me more interested in all these murders. It's crazy. I know, Paula. LOL. That's like story of my life. LOL. I'm always like looking for something else to discuss. I need a good local story for tomorrow, though. So if there's a good local story that you can't stop reading about or you want the scoop on, I'd love for you to leave a comment below, because that would be really good. I like a little DC story and then a little nationwide. Yeah, I am. I'm hooked to My Favorite Murder. I'm hooked to anything that Malcolm Gladwell does, and I am hooked to Missing Richard Simmons. Although I guess Richard isn't really missing. Now we like all know where he is, and it doesn't even seem like he's being held captive by the crazy, maid. So, okay, that sounds good. Any local murderers? Yeah, there's so many. I'm going to be telling you about them very soon when this Fox 5 True Crime podcast comes out. It's crazy. And how many murderers that are out there like still on the loose? How about leaving you with that little tidbit of nugget? Not to scare you. I feel like I'm terrifying people at the end of this. That's awful. Anyway. Hi, Jen. All right, you guys. So tune in tomorrow to the Hey Frase podcast. Hopefully, Paul and I won't yak on too much, and we'll have it posted by like 1 o'clock tomorrow. And I always really appreciate your feedback and that you always tune in. So have a fabulous afternoon. I hope you're getting outside, and I'm giving you a big old kiss from these huge silicone lips. All right, they're filled, and I'm passing it on. Bye, everybody!